Have you noticed more people moving lately? Ever wondered why so many Americans are suddenly leaving certain states behind? In 2025, something surprising is happening. Entire families, young professionals, and even retirees are deciding to pack up and move out of the places they once called home. But what's really going on? Why now? And why these specific states? Across the country, people are saying goodbye to their hometowns. Some are fed up with the high cost of living. Others are worried about natural disasters like wildfires, floods, or hurricanes. Some just want better jobs, safer neighborhoods, or a fresh start somewhere new. Whatever the reason, the numbers don't lie. Millions are on the move. In this video, we're uncovering the top 10 states people are leaving in 2025. We'll break down what's pushing them away, what life is really like in these states right now, and the surprising places people are choosing to go instead. Could your state be on the list? Are people leaving for reasons that might affect you too? Stick around as we dive deep into the real reasons behind this mass migration and find out where everyone's headed next. We begin with California, a state long admired for its sunny weather, booming tech industry, and beautiful beaches. But despite all of its allure, California is seeing more residents leave than ever before. The leading reason? The soaring cost of living. In cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, the price of a modest home can easily top $1 million. For many families and individuals, this isn't sustainable, especially when wages aren't rising at the same pace as these astronomical housing prices. But it doesn't stop there. California also carries some of the highest state income taxes in the country, placing an even heavier burden on residents. And although the state is known for its pleasant climate, it's not all sunshine and surf anymore. Increasingly frequent wildfires, persistent droughts, and the rising financial toll of natural disasters are causing people to reconsider their long-term plans. Many are choosing to relocate to places like Texas, Arizona, and Nevada, where the cost of living is lower, the sun still shines, and the tax burden is lighter. In short, while California might still be the dream for some, it's becoming a reality check for many others. Next up is New York, where even the bright lights of Manhattan can't outshine the state's growing list of challenges. Although New York City remains an international hub of culture and business, more and more people are moving out, not just from the city, but from the state entirely. The cost of living, especially in areas like Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Long Island, is extremely high, and affordable housing is hard to come by. For those looking for more space and less financial pressure, places like Florida, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania are much more appealing. Then there's the weather. Long, harsh winters with bitter cold and endless snow are simply not for everyone. Add in the notoriously high taxes, from state income tax to sky-high property tax rates and costly tolls, and it's easy to understand why residents are heading for the exits. For many New Yorkers, moving means not just saving money, but gaining peace of mind and a better quality of life. Now let's take a look at Hawaii, often considered one of the most beautiful places on Earth, but unfortunately one of the most expensive as well. While it's a dream vacation destination for millions, living in Hawaii is a completely different experience. The cost of living is among the highest in the US, and housing prices in places like Honolulu are far above the national average. That's only part of the problem. Hawaii's isolation means nearly everything has to be shipped in, from groceries to gas to everyday household items, making even the basics more expensive. And while the tropical climate might sound perfect, it comes with its own set of challenges. Hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, and rising sea levels are a real threat. And the impact of these natural events adds yet another layer of stress to daily life. For many, the beauty of island life simply isn't enough to outweigh the financial and environmental pressures, prompting a move to more affordable and accessible places on the mainland. Turning to the Midwest, Illinois, and particularly Chicago, is seeing a significant number of people move away in 2025. Economic instability is a major concern here. The state is grappling with massive financial deficits and some of the highest property taxes in the country. In Chicago, crime remains a persistent issue, and many public schools are underfunded, making it tough for families to feel confident about their future. Winters are also infamously brutal, with long, frigid months that only add to residents' frustration. As a result, many are relocating to states like Texas and Indiana, which offer a more favorable job market, lower taxes, and better weather. With rising costs and quality of life concerns mounting, Illinois has become a place people are increasingly eager to leave behind. Moving even farther north, Alaska, despite its stunning natural beauty and appeal to those seeking a simpler life, is another state losing residents. The climate is one of the biggest deterrents, with long, dark winters and dangerously low temperatures, making it difficult for many people to live there comfortably. On top of that, the state's economy is heavily dependent on the oil industry, which has faced instability for years. As oil prices fluctuate, so too does the financial future of the state, leading to fewer job opportunities and increased uncertainty. Add in the high cost of living and the sense of isolation from the rest of the country, and it's no surprise that many Alaskans are looking for better options elsewhere. Back on the East Coast, New Jersey is another state seeing significant population decline. Even though it's ideally located near New York City and has its own share of attractive suburbs and beaches, the financial burdens are simply too much for many residents. New Jersey has some of the highest property taxes in the nation, along with high income and sales taxes. Gas prices also tend to run higher than in many other states. For many families, it just doesn't make sense to continue paying a premium when they could move to neighboring Pennsylvania or head south to Florida and enjoy a similar lifestyle for much less. The constant rise in living expenses, paired with the heavy tax burden, is making New Jersey a place people are increasingly eager to escape. Down south, Louisiana is grappling with a complex set of challenges that are steadily driving many of its residents to leave in search of a better life elsewhere. While the state is undeniably rich in culture, music, and history, home to the soulful rhythms of jazz, vibrant Creole and Cajun traditions, and world-renowned festivals like Mardi Gras, it is also a place burdened by persistent hardships that make daily life difficult for many. The state's unique cultural identity remains a source of pride, but it's often overshadowed by recurring environmental and socioeconomic issues. One of the most pressing concerns is the frequency and intensity of natural disasters. Over the past 2 decades, Louisiana has suffered through a string of catastrophic hurricanes, including Katrina, Laura, and Ida, as well as widespread flooding that has repeatedly displaced entire communities. For many residents, the constant threat of losing their homes, belongings, or even lives has created a lingering sense of insecurity. Rebuilding is costly and emotionally draining, and in many cases, the support systems in place are inadequate or too slow to respond effectively. In addition to environmental threats, the state continues to struggle with deep-rooted economic problems. Louisiana consistently ranks among the states with the highest poverty rates in the country. Many residents have limited access to high-paying or stable employment, especially in rural and underdeveloped areas. Economic opportunities that do exist are often concentrated in specific regions, leaving large swaths of the state behind. The lack of upward mobility discourages younger generations from building a future there. Connecticut, despite its scenic small towns and reputation for wealth, is losing residents as well. The state's tax burden is one of the highest in the country, including steep property taxes and significant income and sales taxes. On top of that, the cost of living, especially when it comes to housing, is making it increasingly hard for middle-class families to make ends meet. Add in long, cold winters and a job market that's not keeping pace with national trends, and you have a recipe for population decline. Many are moving to warmer, more affordable states like Florida and North Carolina, where their money goes further and the weather is far more forgiving. Mississippi is another state on the list, and it faces some of the longest-standing socioeconomic struggles in the nation. While it boasts very affordable housing, Mississippi has one of the lowest median incomes and some of the highest poverty rates. The job market is limited, and many young people in particular are leaving in search of better opportunities in growing states like Texas and Georgia. Healthcare access is also a major concern, especially in rural areas where quality medical services can be hard to find. All these factors combine to create an environment where many feel they have no choice but to move elsewhere in search of a better life. Finally, we come to West Virginia, a state that has been experiencing a steady and troubling population decline for many years. This ongoing trend is largely attributed to the collapse of the coal industry, which for decades served as the backbone of the state's economy and provided thousands of jobs to local communities. As the demand for coal dropped and mining operations closed, the economic foundation of the region was severely weakened. This left many families without stable employment and few opportunities to rebuild their livelihoods. Adding to the problem is the lack of substantial economic diversification. Unlike other states that have successfully transitioned to new industries like technology, renewable energy, or manufacturing, West Virginia has struggled to attract major business investments or foster new sectors that could replace the jobs lost. With fewer employment prospects, many younger residents are compelled to leave in search of better opportunities elsewhere, often heading to neighboring states such as Virginia and North Carolina. Rural areas in West Virginia also face significant challenges when it comes to healthcare and basic infrastructure. Hospitals and clinics are often few and far between, and transportation options are limited, making it difficult for residents, especially the elderly and those with low incomes, to access necessary services. Roads, internet connectivity, and educational resources are also lacking in many parts of the state, which only adds to the sense of isolation and hardship. Despite its undeniable natural beauty, rolling mountains, scenic valleys, and vast forests, West Virginia has found that breathtaking landscapes alone are not enough to retain its population. People need stability, access to modern services, and hope for a better future. Until these underlying issues are meaningfully addressed, the trend of residents moving away in search of secure jobs, quality health care, and improved living conditions is likely to continue. And that's the end of our deep dive into the 10 states people are leaving in 2025. Whether it's sky-high taxes, wild weather, not enough jobs, or just chasing a better life, millions of people are hitting the road and starting fresh somewhere new. But remember, every state has its ups and downs. What feels like a deal breaker for one person might be totally fine for someone else. In the end, it all depends on what matters most to you, your family, your goals, and the kind of life you want to build. So what do you think? Did any of these states on the list surprise you? Are you living in one of them? Or maybe you've already moved somewhere else. We'd love to hear your story, so drop a comment below and share your experience. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next video packed with more surprising insights and stories from across the country. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.